Okay, so one of the first things I want to say for trying to get over a breakup is actually a quote that I heard from Bishop T.D. Jakes, and it applies to loving relationships, any relationship actually. And the quote is, if someone is willing to walk away from you, let them walk. I think, one of the things that happens sometimes in breakups is it could do one of two things. It could either make you bitter or it could make you better. It could make you bitter if you hold on to that feeling of resentment, hold on to that coulda, woulda, shoulda, hold on to the reason why you broke up. You can remain suspended in time if you're not careful. You could be stuck in that moment and not move on. I'm sure we all know somebody who went through a bitter breakup and never truly recovered, never found anybody else, spent the rest of their lives single and alone. I know a few people like that personally, and I'm sure some of you do too. Don't let it make you bitter. Let it make you better. So what I suggest to you is to find what you can about the relationship that you can use to grow. There is always something that you could grow from in a relationship, even with a breakup. I'm not saying that that means that you were at fault or the other person was at fault. That's not actually what's important. What's important is what can you learn from this that you can use in your next relationship. Even if it is, I will never settle. I will never be with somebody who, I see in the dating stage talks to me the wrong way. I will never date someone who doesn't have a job. Whatever it is, I need you to determine what it is that you can learn from that and apply that to your new relationship. And the next step, one of the things that I think you should do is have the courage to love again. I know sometimes people look down their nose at those of whom who have been married 2 and 3 and 4 times. But to me, in a small way, I actually respect them for having the courage to love again. They keep trying, even though they may have struck out, they are still looking. And to me, there's nothing wrong with trying to find love. We all want it. It's a basic need. To me, it is as necessary to me as water and food and shelter or any other of your basic needs. Love is essential. If love was not essential, God would have created Adam and been done. But he knew that Adam would need someone to love, so he gave him Eve. And I think it's the same thing with you. The Bible says that man was not meant to be alone. That goes for man and woman. He wants you to find companionship. He wants you to find the person that he has created for you. Now, sometimes we make decisions on our own and we find people on our own. But if you're patient, God will send you the person who he has for you. So if you're single right now, or if you're getting over a breakup, one of the things I suggest you do is pray for your mate and pray for yourself. Another great quote that I heard recently that I absolutely love, that is very much applicable here. People are quick to pray for God to prepare the other person for them. But are you praying that God will prepare you for the other person? Pray that God works on you, that the issues that you have that may turn somebody off, or the issue that you have that you need to work on, that God will work on those areas within you so that you will be ready when love comes. And then the last thing I suggest you do is be busy. Just like, Boaz found Ruth when she was gleaning in the fields, let a man find you. I think that that's one of the main things. Love will find you when you least expect it. How many of you have met people at the grocery store? Or I met my husband online. You can watch, I'm going to leave a link to the story if you guys, not really online, on the phone. But if you guys want to find out how I met my husband, I'll leave a link below. But you meet people in the weirdest places. But you just have to be ready. You have to get out there and do something. You have to just live your life and be open to love, and it will find you. So what I say, those are my suggestions for getting over a breakup. I know this video has been short, but I believe in getting right to the point. I love you guys. Be encouraged. Don't beat yourself up about it. Every man that you meet is not meant to be your husband. Every man that you meet is not meant to be your soulmate. Some people are there to teach you things. Anybody in your life is there for a reason. And sometimes you go through relationships and they're just to teach you. My previous relationships were all to prepare me for my current relationship. So don't look down on it. Figure out what you can learn from it and move on. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Till next time. Deuces.